This is me, young, naive, foolishly thinking that medical professionals know what they're doing. I have been to so many different therapists and psychiatrists throughout my life, they would pass me around like a joint at a frat party. I have lost count of how many different antidepressants I've tried. I have treatment-resistant depression, so trying to help me by giving me antidepressants is like trying to change a Redditor's mind with facts and solid reasoning. It just doesn't work, and your time is spent doing literally anything else. So a couple years ago, I started seeing a psychiatrist virtually because my insurance wouldn't cover anything else. So it connected me with a psychiatrist. Let's call him Dr. Whack. He would call me every couple months for our appointments, and I use the word appointment loosely. I am not exaggerating when I say most of my appointments with him would last under a minute. Literally under 60 seconds, and I'm not kidding. I would check how long the call lasted after he hung up. These appointments, if you could even call them that, would usually go something like this. He would ask me how I'm doing. I would say I'm doing bad. Then he'd either up one of my anti-Ds, or he'd prescribe me a new one for me to try if he's feeling a little extra silly that day. It got to the point where this man had me on very high doses of 4 different antidepressants. Well, one of them was technically more for anxiety, but still. For one of the meds, I was on a higher dose than most doctors usually prescribe, at least from my understanding. It's not unheard of, just apparently something doctors try not to do. And this is on top of the 3 other high-dose meds. Because my depression is treatment-resistant, I wasn't really feeling any better. Eventually, I noticed that my body was shaking a lot. Other people started to notice it too. I couldn't hold my hand out straight without it trembling. Whoa, what's going on? This is crazy. I ended up going to my primary care physician, and I told him what was going on. He examined me and did some tests, like he started bending my legs and feet, and he told me my muscles were very rigid. Not like I had a six-pack. It was like my legs and feet were too stiff. Here's the part where people are just going to stop believing that this story is true, but I swear to gosh it is. The doctor went to his laptop and started typing my symptoms into ChatGPT. I wish I was kidding. My life is basically a sitcom at this point. So anyway, he ends up diagnosing me with something called serotonin syndrome. For those who don't know, serotonin syndrome is where you have too much serotonin in your brain. Mild symptoms include stuff like body tremors, agitation, trouble concentrating, stuff like that. Severe symptoms include stuff like seizures, organ failure, and death. Like if it's too bad, you could actually die from it. The doctor said my symptoms were at the moderate stage, and he immediately took me off of 2 of the meds I was on and lowered the dose of the other 2. Not too long after the doctor literally saved my life, I had another 45-second appointment with Dr. Whack. I told him what my primary care physician said. Dr. Whack barely even reacted. He was just kind of like, oh, interesting.
He actually said, huh.
You do not want to hear huh from your
Psychiatrist. As if he didn't just find out he, actually almost killed me. He could have ended my life and he just sounded so apathetic.
Oh, really? That sucks. That's,
Like I'm just a Tamagotchi to him, and if I die, he can just poke a little button on my back with a sharp object to reset me.
Uh-oh.
So as you can imagine, I stopped seeing him after that. Gosh only knows what would have happened if I had kept going to him. Over time, the symptoms started getting a lot better for me. I still have the body shaking pretty often, but it's not as bad as before. So the moral of the story is, if your life runs on regular show logic like mine, you gotta expect Rigby to fuck things up sometimes. And speaking of cartoons, check out the animated show I'm making. It's called Aconitum. It's about a werewolf who thinks the only way to cure his treatment-resistant depression is to find a way to undo the first and second falls of mankind. It's only slightly wackier than my actual life. Click here or just go to my channel to see it. And make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this.